welcome to SeaWorld and Adventurers. We are here on the left side of the park, which is the part of the park that opens first on mornings that the park opens. Everything else is an hour later. So if you want to get beyond, where would we say? If you want to get beyond the seaport area, if you want to get beyond Manta, Mako, you have to wait until an hour after the park opens. So currently the park opened at 10, so today that'll be at 11 o'clock. So we're going to show you what you can do during that first hour that you're here in the park on the left side of the park, which of course has Manta. So the first ride you can ride if it's open. I haven't seen it run yet today, but I'm assuming it's open. We've shown you the Manta Aquarium before, that's also on this side. So we're going to go a little farther left and show you more in the park. So let's get going. So of course you can ride Manta if you're interested. And then over here there are also the very cute flamingos who are very curious at this time of day. There's one that's really curious. Let's see if we can get up to him. There's the Vacation Experience Center. If you're interested in talking to someone for a very long time, stop there. If you're not, keep walking and just say you're not interested. But there's a couple of nosy flamingos. Look at them popping their heads up. Being very cute. Inquisitive this morning. See how inquisitive? And then there's a few back in the back there eating. But they tend to be pretty active this time of day. Maybe not so much later in the day when they're resting from the heat. And we'll keep going around here.
Very big.
So there's the Flamingo Point Gifts and Sundries. So if you're looking for some hats, I think this is also, it was the discount store for a little while. It's not the discount store anymore. There is the Build-A-Bear workshop and a great spot to be able to watch Manta when it goes. We'll take a quick spin through the Build-A-Bear. It's very, very cute. Oh, let's look at the sloth. The sloth is so cute. This would be very cute for a graduate. That's very cute. He's even got the mortar hat. Let's go look at him inside here. Oh, that is so cute. So if you have someone graduating, that would be fun. The big thing of sloth. Oh, it's a cute outfit. Hey, bear. That's so cute. Look at him. He's in his little outfit. He's so cute. It's very nice. Oh, they have awards now. Nice. Oh, that's fun.
Check shirt now.
Oh, cute. And the cute hat. Oh, nice. Oh, and they have the Busch Garden scrubs. That's fun. Neat. Oh, and little mini ones. Little mini guys there. So there's just all kinds of things you can get to decorate your Build-A-Bear. Oh, you can get a gamer, a gamer thing. Controller, that's the word I want. There's basketballs, soccer balls. That's fun. So that's one of the things you can check out if you've got a little kiddo. They might enjoy that. Now, quick fact is that this Build-A-Bear in SeaWorld does not allow you to use the any of the gift cards, and you cannot do the bear per, like a kid who's coming for their birthday, the age of the kid. You can't do that here. So just so you're aware of that. Now the other spot over here is the Coconut Bay Traders. Let's head inside. Mugs. If you do the stingrays, you can get I touched a stingray. 2 different designs. It's always fun. A cute shamer notebook. And all kinds of other stuffed friends. Oh, and this is it's kind of similar, but you can dress your own animal that's already stuffed. You can get the hoodies, you can get a bag for them. Kind of cute. So there's more to the store. Make sure to check it out. If you are interested in something to eat over on the side of the park, the only option over here is Captain Pete's Island Eats. It does both mobile order pickup and all-day dining, and you can check that out. I believe it'll open at about 11:30 today because of the time the park opened. Could be later, or it may not even be open today because we're not in the summer rush just yet. But Captain Pete's Island Eats, fries, hot dogs, check that out. And then of course we have a Stingray Lagoon. Let's see if there's any stingrays being active over here. Stingrays are a lot of fun, so if you're interested in getting to touch and see what a stingray feels like, you can do that here, the extra cost. If you do want to spend something extra, you can get some food and feed the stingrays. They're not as much fun as feeding the sea lions, but it is a pretty cool experience if you get a chance to do it. Now, over here on this end, there are sometimes some little baby stingrays, so let's see if it's anyone in here this time. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Sometimes this is more the nursery side. So there's a couple little sharks. See if I can get to a spot where the lighting is better so we can see the little sharks. Might be from this side over here. There's one swimming behind him. I can't catch up. Yeah, it's too hard to see the sharks in there. But in person, it's easier. Just hard with the camera. And then look at a little murky pond here. And then of course, one of the most famous things here at SeaWorld is the dolphins. Now, you don't get as good of a view of the dolphins as you used to get because people kept putting their hands and things in the water. Well, you can put your hands in the water, but people were putting like tablets way too close. The dolphins thought they were toys. Someone's hand got bit. And so now it's only with someone supervised can you get up close to the dolphins, which is disappointing. You used to be able to just kind of stand in line and touch them, feed them. It was fun. But now it's a whole experience that you can purchase here at SeaWorld, and I highly recommend it if you've never touched a dolphin. If you have a kid who's interested, it'd be something worth doing. But you can't get down close, but what you can do is you can go either over to the left and kind of go around behind. There's a couple spots you can stand, or you can come around here up on top, get a look down, and then over there, far over on that side, there's a spot as well where you can get a little bit closer and see. And there's also underwater viewing, which is where we're headed next. Be able to see the dolphins playing with their trainers, or waving with the kiddos. Kid might end up getting splashed. Oh, the kid's splashing. Yep, the kid got splashed. That's what happens. Very cute. But it's a pretty little walker along through here.
Estar escuchando Waterfront Radio. Dolphin Cove es el lugar para estar if you want to meet a dolphin. And did you know that there's an underwater viewing area?
There is an underwater viewing area. We'll go look at that here in a second. Now this is just beautiful. This pathway through here, it kind of curves right into the rescue center, which is really cool. We'll head that way in just a second. But first I'll show you this overlook area here for the dolphins. It even calls it Overlook. So if you're looking for some photos, there's some cool shots possibly through here. Kind of can peek through the rocks, get back towards the people. Could be fun. But this gives you probably the closest kind of spot you can get pictures or video from over the top. Be able to see, especially if you have someone who's doing it. You want to get some pictures from another angle. These are good spots to do it. So it's pretty cool. You get to see the interactions that the people are having with the dolphins, which makes it a lot of fun. But then you can come, and the closest you can get, but with glass in between, is down over here in the dolphin underwater viewing. Now there may not be too many dolphins down there right now because they are interacting up on top, but we'll still head down there and see what we see. Ooh, that kraken is dying. That kraken looks pretty good. That one's very healthy. So as you're coming down around, you're gonna see the rescue center sign, you can see this Key West sign, and then tucked in over here in the corner is the dolphin underwater viewing. So it kind of could be easy to miss, so you don't want to do that, but just hang a left and you come down in here. This is also an air-conditioned area, so it's a little bit nicer in the summer, or if it's raining, to kind of escape the heat or the sun. And that's actually a really good point about this side of the park. There are multiple places to stay out of the sun, stay out of the heat. So this side of the park here, and then with the rescue center, you gotta grab the door. Did that wrong. Are better spots for that. So the main action with the dolphins is over there to the side where everyone's kind of watching, but we'll come look on this side here. So, like I said, not the best footage today of what the dolphins are doing because they're up on top interacting with their trainers, but it's a fantastic spot. They'll come and play in this area, and it's a lot of fun. Now, let's head to our next location. If you're wanting to see a show early in the day, which, because Florida has a lot of thunderstorms, if you want to make sure you see a show, got kids, dolphin show is always the first show of the day because this side of the park is open. And today the first show will be at 11 a.m. So make sure to add that to your plan for when you're visiting here at SeaWorld Orlando. Oh, one of the helicopters flying over. I'm not sure what kind of helicopter that was, but that thing was definitely a little low over the park. But we're here at the SeaWorld Rescue Center, and as the sign over here says, which I did not realize, it is the world's largest, make sure we have that word emphasized, manatee rescue facility. So let's we'll go look at the overtop view, and then we'll go look underwater.
So we could pass the show. When they let the ropes in, yeah. When let the ropes in, yeah. They'll probably let people in like 30 minutes before the show starts. Well, yeah, a lot of our shows.
There's a lot of romaine.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you'll be able to see them. It's so hard to see them sometimes because they blend in with the water. But right back there by the gate is one of the little baby manatees, and then there's a couple little mouths over there. Looks like they have quite a few little ones at the moment.
I'll be happy to take them. There's also an underwater viewing area up ahead if you guys want to check it out, guys.
But they eat a lot of romaine. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I can see. I don't see anyone else eating over here on this side. And they can also have some that are quarantined back there. So there can be quite a few here. Just depends on what the health situation is. Things like that of the manatees. But there's a couple big ones and then a couple of little tiny ones. Baby ones are cute. Alright, well, we'll proceed on so we can get you a better view of them underwater. Because they're eating again, it may be a little difficult. But we'll go see if we can see the turtles. Oh, I think there's another manatee way over there on that side. But we'll head towards the underwater viewing and go check them out. And all you have to do for underwater viewing is follow this sign. Underwater viewing. They've rescued over 22 sea lions, over 57 manatees, over 57 other manatees, or mammals, and over 29 sea turtles have been rescued by SeaWorld Orlando. They have over 40,000, 40,000 or 42,000?
Almost 41.
Almost 41,000, that's what it was. And then here, oh, we got one of the turtles up on top. There he is. I don't know if you guys can see him again. Oh yeah, there he is. You can see him pretty good. He's just kind of snoozing. He's had injuries to his flippers, which is why he can't be returned to the wild. Because of those injuries, he would have trouble in the wild being able to fend for himself and be able to get food. There's another one over here up towards the surface as well. And we'll head on down here and see if we can see, oh wait, there's one more. The other guy, there he is. He's up towards the surface as well, just hanging out. So I think all the ones here, oh, there's a fourth one way down deep. We can see him when we get go below. But I think the main issue with all the ones here are flipper injuries. We've seen one before. You can watch our video about Theater of the Sea, I believe. And that one, there's a turtle in that video who had a injury to his shell, which made him stay up towards the top, and he couldn't float very well because of that. So these are all flipper injuries. They're not floating towards the surface, so a little bit different there.
And one uncommon known fact is SeaWorld does not deem animals unrescuable and keep them.
Sure.
It is the US government that comes in and decides if an animal can survive or cannot survive back in its wild habitat after a certain rehabilitation period has been gone through.
Right.
Once that determination is made, SeaWorld then becomes the home to all these animals so that they can live the closest to what they would live in the wild life.
Right. So and that's a very good point I'd forgotten about, so good thing to remember. Now, coming up here in just a few, I guess about 2 months, sometime in June, I believe it's June 19th? Sorry, June 21st. There is going to be a SeaWorld rescue run. Now, as I'm headed down into the underwater viewing, I'll show you back to 2020 what the rescue run looked like here at SeaWorld Orlando, get a taste of that, and then we'll meet you down underwater.
See you back in a little while, everybody. Oh, they even got the sea turtles here. The sea turtles are here to wave you off into the course this morning. Wave to those sea turtles as you pass by. Thanks for being here, everyone. Yeah! They got the video. Are you going to play this video on social media later? I want to make sure I'm looking good in the video. No, kidding. You guys are fine. That's what I'm about. We'll see you back in just a little while, everybody. Enjoy yourself. Hey, remember,
in the SeaWorld Rescue Center, the great place if you're trying to escape the heat or the thunderstorms that happen here in the summertime. Head down here. One of the cool things you can see, it's a newer attraction, I think about maybe 2 years old now, is the Coral Rescue Center, which is here inside of the old Sea Turtle Trek Theater. I'll give you a little view of that real quick. So there's all of these aquarium pods for different species of the corals, and it's really pretty cool to see. Good morning. And just like that, you get to see people actually in here working, helping to try to preserve the coral that we have here in Florida. It's been damaged by different issues. One of the main issues is the stony coral tissue loss disease. And SeaWorld is working to help preserve our coral because that helps us with our shoreline not to have issues as badly with hurricanes coming in and eroding our shorelines. So it's kind of an important factor is to have that coral there to preserve that. And you can get to see some different samples in this tank a little closer up with some cute fish. Oh, there's a very tiny little guy down there. Of what some of the different coral looks like. And it's really cool to be able to see. I'm not the biggest person on like diving, so if you're like me, you don't really want to go into water, snorkeling doesn't sound like fun. This is one of the ways you get to see what coral looks like above the water.
You made it right.
Alright, so then of course as you come in here, there's areas up here on the top, which, you know, if you want to sit, there's a bench right up there. Or you can get a little bit closer to the glass there. We'll stay up high since there's some kiddos. We'll stay out of the way, let them enjoy. But you can see the sea turtle there up at the top. They'll sometimes come down really low. You can see them all throughout their habitat. Makes it fun. And then let's see if any of the manatees have come down any lower where we can see them. There's some giant fish. It's a colossal fish. I don't know what their names are, but they're big. And then you can see one of the baby manatees eating his lettuce back there by himself. And they're the big fish.
I think it's so funny to see them talking. That little pacifier that it has.
And then there's the other bigger manatees down that way. We'll see if we can wander on down that way.
As you can tell, they're herbivores. But what's really cool about them is that
there's one of the big ones up there on top. This is the area where that one other baby one was at. Looks like he's still over there by the gate. You can see the field of lettuce that he hasn't eaten. There is his tail back over there in the kind of center part of the frame now for you guys. Right there. He's hanging out. He has a lot of lettuce to eat. Hopefully they push some of this lettuce back over there to the other guys. But this is the SeaWorld Rescue Center. Highly recommend coming and checking this out, learning about SeaWorld's work to rescue the animals here in Florida and along the coastlines of the Atlantic. If you're visiting this side of the park are the alligators. It appears that Journey to Atlantis is reopened. Let's see if we can go this way. It had been closed for refurbishment. I'm not totally sure if it's open right now, but it had been closed. All the water was out, so at least water is back in it. Maybe they're testing it. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Hi. Sorry to cross your path. This I've never seen before. That's not part of the experience at SeaWorld. But that was
Great for taking care of your pesky bugs and your disease-ridden rats and mice.
But I have never seen that before, and I almost stepped on that. I don't know what made me look down, but thankfully I didn't, because that would have been a little freaky.
This is an interesting pathway.
That's an interesting pathway. That looks like it's decorative for some reason. I would say there's a plan for something with that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, we could fence going all the way back here.
Authorized personnel back to there, so not quite sure what's happening. You really need to come get cool. There's a nice little water spot right there. Don't recommend it, but yeah, that's new. I'm not sure why it's being set up for a pathway of some sort.
Yep.
Not sure exactly why, but you can come walk underneath Journey to Atlantis, which is fun. Oh, I hear yelling. I don't hear any splashing, but I heard yelling. And then you can come around on the side where it's going to drop. And I don't see any water over here, so I would say it hasn't dropped at least yet today. Oh, icebreaker's going back there. Penguin trick's going back there. Someone lost a hat at some point. Yeah, it's not wet here, so I would assume it hasn't been, no one's come down yet today. But it is reopened, so that's fantastic. Had been closed for what? Whew, like a few months, since Christmas, I think.
I always remember Do your part and pick up the trash and toss it in the trash.
So he got the trash. I commented on it. He's picking it up. We'll take care of it. Oh, they did. They redone the graphics on that. Look a little bit brighter. It looks like he's helping the.
And after picking up trash, make sure to use hand sanitizer.
Make sure to use hand sanitizer. You just don't know how long it's been there and what all is going on. So, all right, let's take a quick tour inside here. The golden seahorse, because there's something really cool inside of here. Oh, it's the maze. And there is the aquarium inside of here, which we've highlighted this before, but again, another really good spot to come and hang out while there's storms outside. It's air conditioned, it's something we can stand, kind of do for a few minutes till we have some storms, or to enjoy a little bit of AC. And of course, you can stand on the glass, on top of us. And then there's oh, we get some sharks above. Nothing like having a shark above you. Always fun.
Quick insert here. We went back around to see Journey to Atlantis later.
Penguin trucks running over there.
Notice that
this over here is the official entrance
not quite
to
sure what happened.
Journey to Atlantis. So you can come through. So it is temporarily closed still, so it's not open just yet.
Triggered something, made everything stop. I don't know.
But if you happen to be able to get to come ride it, let me know if there's anything different about it. If you've ridden it before, let me know about that.
Off of the boats, which I have been going to SeaWorld since the year 2000. Or earlier, could be 1999, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's been a very long time and I have never seen this ride evacuated before. I've never seen a ride at SeaWorld evacuated before, so I felt sorry for the people who were getting off, but at the same time, I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. I've never gotten to see this. The people who were helping the people off the boats were very professional. They did a very good job explaining to people, hey, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we need you to do. We're going to go from the back to the front. They did a fantastic job explaining to the people what was going on, and I thought that was fantastic. Now, I don't know how long they had been sitting there, obviously, but the response time seemed pretty quick. They hadn't been sitting there too long, I don't imagine, but you know, it's something that happens, and for ride safety, you want that ride to stop so that people don't get injured, so that nothing happens, and then to see the professionalism of the SeaWorld employees was very impressive. So I was impressed with SeaWorld, their training of getting the people on and off, how to do that, explaining that. They did a fantastic job.
Over here, if you turn back around, there are some lockers. And then over this way is Kraken, which I believe is open. Let's wander over here and find out. Oh, there goes Mako. So from here you can watch Kraken as it heads up. There's a good dip spot down through here. And then, yes, this wait time is 0 minutes, so it may have just opened. And then around over here. Another, oh, is this lower than it was there? Didn't this used to be taller? I thought didn't this used to go all the way up?
Oh yeah, it used to be much taller, yeah. This is a brand new fence.
I was gonna say, this fence is much easier to film through now. Very cool, because it used to be like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, it used to be that way.
Yeah, fantastic. They needed to do that for videos and stuff, so that is nice. Very cool. I was gonna say, this is like a fantastic view of Kraken now, so hopefully it'll, we'll wait around here for a minute. I see people loading up there in the loading area, so we'll wait for a second and see if they come running through. so that is the left side of the park here at SeaWorld Orlando. So if you're waiting for that first hour for things to open up, there's some cool things to go see. Check out details about the rescue run on SeaWorld Orlando's website. I'll make sure to add that link down in the description. So if you're wanting to participate in that, you can have the opportunity to do that. They do cap the race. I forget the number. I think it's maybe 5,000. So if you want to join it, make sure you do it now while prices are cheaper before that price increases. But if you have any questions or comments, let us know down in the comments section. And we'll see you guys next time on Ant on the Move.